If our curls could testify, what stories would they tell about survival, beauty, and the price of fitting in? The Black Hair Narratives isn't just about hair talk. This is identity, this is economics, and this is power. From kitchen hot combs and Sunday presses to corporate dress codes and TikTok trends, from our auntie's braid patterns that carried ancestral geometry to shrinkage that hides undeniable length, we are unlocking the tresses and the truth. So if you have ever felt the pressure to tame it, hide it, flatten it, or make it acceptable, this episode is your permission slip to unlearn and unapologetically reclaim.
Black women still were required to wear a head wrap, even if you were free. If you left the house, you had to have a head wrap on your head. And what they were trying to do was trying to discourage the white men to be attracted to the black women.
Good hair versus bad hair was never ours. It was a script handed to us. The closer to straight, the closer to acceptable. The tighter the coil, the harsher the judgment. That binary birthed an economy, tools, treatments, and rules, as well as roles, all designed to pull us toward someone else's ideal. But here's the plot twist. Versatility is our superpower. Kinky, coily, curly, braided, locked down, blown out, silk pressed, protective styled. Every look is valid when the choice is ours. What if good hair just means my choice? Black hair is more than a style. It's a language. Cornrows, locks, bantu knots, coil outs, twist outs, each has a grammar and a history and a social code. Now, historically, braiding patterns weren't just decorative. They encoded geography, singled status, and created community coherence. Our coils carry the memory of forced assimilation and the brilliance of cultural retention. If our hair could speak, what would your coils confess?
As a way to assimilate in a world where straight Caucasian hair was valued over coarse black hair, African Americans began to treat their hair.
Black people started straightening their hair during slavery. The first type of hair straightening that they would do is they would use clothing irons, like the old clothing iron that you would put on a stove to heat it up. And so the woman would place her head down on a table and straighten her hair out with the clothing iron. That was something that was required of many of the people that worked in the house.
So for too long, our mirrors were set aside inside someone else's rules. Words like professional and neat meant straightened. Appropriate meant smaller, flatter, or invisible. Now, that's not grooming, that's gatekeeping. We all know what that word means. We learned to code switch with our cuticles. Silk press for interviews, a scarf for survival, wigs for ease, and braids for vacation hair. But every pivot extracted a tax, time, money, and self-doubt. Now, how much of your routine is you and how much is approval? We are done asking for approval. Our hair is not a spectacle, it's a standard. Wear your hair big, bold, neat, wild, sculpted, soft, but wear it on purpose. So let's talk money. Our hair is a market and a massive one, yet too often dollars leave our community faster than a blow dryer on a high heat. Now, the question isn't if we buy, and we do, it's who owns the supply chains, the patents, the factories, the distribution, and the shelves. Who is supporting Black chemists, stylists, brand founders, and salon owners? It's not just buying Black, it's recording the value of our flow. Every purchase is a ballot. Who are you electing with your edges? Let's talk about the science of texture, education, truth, and celebration. Now, shrinkage is not insulting, it's elasticity. Density isn't too much, it's abundance. Porosity isn't a problem, it's a property. All of this comes together once we understand curl patterns and porosity levels and protein and moisture balance, scalp pH and protective styling cycles. This is when we move from survival mode to stewardship. Our hair isn't difficult, it's specific. When you learn the science, then you stop apologizing. So let's talk about the politics of pretty media trends and appropriation versus appreciation. We've seen our styles labeled unprofessional on us and high fashion on others. That's not a compliment, that's contradiction. Now, the difference between appropriation and appreciation is credit, context, compensation, and consent. Admiration without acknowledgement is extraction. So if the style didn't come with the struggle, why did the credit leave the room with the camera? Braids, twists, weaves, wigs, these are tools, not masks. Protection serves your hair when it reduces manipulation and friction, when it preserves moisture and your ends, and respects your edges and your scalp. Now, where it fails is when tension is chronic, installs are careless, and maintenance is ignored. Your style doesn't need to apologize for being convenient. Just be honest. Is it protecting or hiding? If your favorite protective style costs you edges, who is it protecting? What about a personal audit, a choice without apology? Ask yourself, what's my hair story right now? Am I chasing easy because I'm busy or avoiding stares? Do I reach for straight because I love it or because I fear the meeting on Monday? There's no single right choice. There's only your choice, made in freedom and not in fear. So if you've ever stood in the mirror and bargained with your reflection, just release it. Your hair is not a problem to solve. It's a language to speak, a legacy to protect, and a crown to wear every day without apology. Wear it coily, braided, blown out, twisted, locked, wrapped, or wear it free. Your crown was never meant to be optional. It's architecture, it's testimony, it's you.
We were straightening our hair, we were doing what we were told in order to be employable, right? But then once the civil rights era came and the Black Power movement, came about, Black people had gotten to a point where they were just like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm gonna just be me. And society looked at it as a way to, quote unquote, rebel. But really what it was Black people saying, I am proud of who I am and I am no longer gonna assimilate to the standard of beauty that you said that I have to live up to. About 40% of women, Black women, are wearing their hair in its natural state. The other 60% of Black women are wearing their hair straightened or wearing a weave or wearing a wig. And, in many ways, we are trying to still figure ourselves out. I think at this particular time in our history, many times Black people are still trying to figure out our identity.
Thank you again for stopping by this occasional commentary, and I'm going to see you in the next one.